everyone, I'm Dr. Rizwana, working as a Professor of Physics in Institute of Aeronautical Engineering. Today we are going to do some numericals on a very important phenomena exhibited by interference. And of course, that phenomena is Newton's rings. And this particular Newton's rings, it has got many applications. We can get different parameters based on this Newton's rings experiment of interference. So before going in detail, like discussing about different numericals, first we will try to recollect what exactly is Newton's rings experiment. Now, in Newton's rings experiment, what we'll do, we'll take a plano-convex lens. So this is our plano-convex lens. And this plano-convex lens, it is kept on a plain glass plate. Plano-convex lens, it is kept on a plain glass plate. And then what we have done, suppose I have a monochromatic source of light and light from this monochromatic source. So what we'll do, we'll make, using lens, we'll have parallel beam of light. So in order to get parallel beam of light, what we are doing, we are making use of another lens, and this light, it is made to fall on another glass plate which is held at 45 degrees inclination. By doing so, what we'll observe here is light, once it falls on this glass plate which is held at 45 degrees inclination, then this light falls normally on this setup. What is our setup? Having plano-convex lens which is arranged on a plain glass plate. So here, now when we have formed this plano-convex lens on plain glass plate, then in between the curved surface of lens and top surface of glass plate, we'll observe that here we have air film. Suppose if we keep this apparatus in open air, then this particular space between curved surface of lens and top surface of glass plate, it is covered with air. So that's why here we'll have air film. And what is the shape of air film? Because this bottom curved surface of convex lens, it is in the form of like circle. So that's why shape of air film will also be circle. So here we'll have circular air film. And what you will observe here is, and why we call it as film, because thickness of the air film will be very, very small. And this air film, it is not of uniform thickness. Suppose if we start from this point of contact O, then we, at this point of contact of lens and plain glass plate, thickness of the air film is 0. And when we move away from this point of contact, then thickness of air film, it is going to increase. So here we are going to get circular air film of non-uniform thickness. Then what we are doing with this air film, we are exposing it to a light which is made to fall normally. And how we are going for normal instance? Light from monochromatic source, it is made to fall on a plain glass plate which is held at 45 degrees inclination. And what do you mean by normal instance? Where angle of incidence and angle of refraction will be equal to 0. So here angle of incidence and angle of refraction is 0. And once this light, so what you will observe here is, once this light goes and falls on this particular air film, when this normal light, when it starts entering, then what you will observe here is, from top surface as well as bottom surface of the air film will have light rays getting reflected. So as you can see, I'm considering 2 points here on this air film. This is point A and this one is point B. So point A and B, these are a top and bottom surface of air film, and we have our light rays getting reflected from top and bottom surface, and these light rays, they undergo these reflected waves or rays, and here division of amplitude is taking place. So light is divided into two parts because of division of amplitude, whereas we have seen in Young's double slit experiment, there we have division of wavefront. So in this case, light, it is being divided by division of amplitude, and these light waves which are getting reflected from top and bottom surface of air film, they'll interfere and they'll give rise to interference pattern. And here, what type of pattern we are going to do? What we are going to get here? Now, as I told you, there will be one point of contact where thickness of air film will be 0. So at the point of contact, we are going to have dark circular fringe which is followed by bright fringe, and then I'll have dark fringe. So like that, we'll have alternate bright and dark circular fringes being formed. And already in my previous videos, we have derived the expression for diameter of bright ring as well as diameter of dark ring. Now, for numericals or for application point of view, we are going to use diameter of dark ring. And when we take a formula for diameter of dark ring, then diameter, square of diameter of dark ring, it is given as 4. Suppose I am taking nth order dark ring, then it will be 4n lambda r. N is order. So here we'll have different orders. And here, of course, lambda is the wavelength of light that is falling on the air film, and r is radius of curvature of the lens. So this is the formula for square of diameter of nth dark ring. So by taking this formula, now we are going to solve some problems. Now coming to our first numerical, of course, in Newton's rings experiment, here we are given data. We were given diameters of 5th ring as well as we are given diameter of 15th ring. So 5th ring diameter, it is given as 0.3 centimeter, and 15th ring diameter, it is given as 0.62 centimeter. And we were asked to find the diameter of 25th ring. So here, so coming to our data, 5th ring is 0.3 centimeter. 15th ring is 0.62 centimeter. Now, in order to find this 25th ring, so what we are going to do here is, first, I'll take formula for this one. So here what we are doing, here I have taken diameters of two ring. One is mth ring and another one is nth order ring. And if we take difference of the diameters, then square of diameter of nth dark ring minus square of diameter of nth dark ring, it is equal to 4 lambda r into m minus n. Both m and n are orders of dark ring. And here, of course, m is my 15th ring and n is my 5th ring. And here 4 lambda r, we are not given values of lambda, also we are not given values of r. And so this into, if we take this, of course m is r 15, n is 5. If we simplify, then here we'll observe that 40 lambda r value. And here we know values of d15 as well as d5. So this is the value of d5, diameter of 5th dark ring. This is diameter of 15th dark ring. And if we substitute, then we are going to get this value of 40 times the lambda. How we got this 40? Here 15 minus 5 will be 10. And here I have 4. So 10 into 4, it will be 40. Now next, what I am going to do, what we need to find? We need to find diameter of 25th dark ring. So that's why what I'll do, I am selecting now two different dark rings. One is 25th dark ring and another one is 5th dark ring. So here, if I take again square of diameter of 25th dark ring minus square of diameter of 5th dark ring, then we'll have on right hand side is 4 lambda r into 25 minus 5, which is 20. So we end up at having it as 80 lambda r. And what I'm going to do, suppose if I take this as equation 1 and if I take this as equation 2, then I'm going to divide equation 2. I'm going to divide equation 1 by equation 2. So here d square 25, we know value of d5, I have substituted by, and then of course this value will be equal to, coming to right hand side, we have 80 lambda divided by 40 lambda, lambda will get cancelled. And once we rearrange the terms and simplify, so square of diameter of 25th ring, it comes out to be 0.6788, and whereas if we take square root of it, then diameter of 25th ring is 0.814 centimeter. Then moving to second numerical, here what is the data given? Of course, in Newton's rings experiment, we have convex lens kept on plain glass plate, and this particular setup, it is exposed to monochromatic light. It means that light is having single wavelength. And here diameter of 10th dark ring is given. And what is the value of 10th dark ring? 0.433 centimeter. And we were asked to find a wavelength of light, and also we were given radius of curvature of the lens. So for this, we are going to make use of simple formula. So what is the square of diameter of nth dark ring? It is given as 4n lambda r. So in this case, we were given, what is our n? N is our 10th ring. We were given diameter of 10th dark ring. And also we were given radius of curvature of lens. Now we need to find the wavelength of light. So here, if I rearrange this formula, then our lambda, it comes out to be d square n by So here it is, its value is 4n r. So 4 times order of ring into radius of curvature. And what is the diameter of 10th dark ring? It is, of course, here we have converted into meters, or we can substitute as it is in this also. So this value is 0.433 whole square divided by 4 into what is the radius of curvature? 70. And order is 10th dark ring. So if we simplify, then wavelength of light, it comes out to be 6.6786 into 10 power of minus 5 centimeters. And if you want to write this value in angstrom, so it can be written as 6678.6 into 10 to the power of minus 8 centimeters, which is equal to 6678.6 angstroms. Okay, then coming to third problem. Here in this case, of course, here also data, it is given, diameter of 8th ring is given. And what is the value of diameter of 8th ring? Diameter of 8th ring is, this is 0.35 centimeter. Whereas diameter of 18th dark ring, it is given as 0.65 centimeter. And here in this case, we were given wavelength of light, which is 6000 angstroms. And if you want to represent it in centimeter, 1 angstrom, it is equal to 10 to the power of minus 8 centimeters. And what we need to find here, we need to find radius of curvature of plane of convex lens. So for this, we have one formula. Okay. So just like we have seen that if we take difference of square of diameter of mth ring and nth ring, then d square m by d square n, it comes out to be 4 lambda r into m minus n. And from this, we are going to find radius of curvature. So this formula, it will become square of diameter of mth ring minus square of diameter of nth ring divided by 4 times wavelength into m minus n. Now in this case, what is our m? M is higher order dark ring, which will take it as 18th ring, and n is small order dark ring, which is taken as 8th ring. So 4 into, we have our this wavelength of light as 6000 angstrom. So 10 to the power of minus 8 centimeter into, so 18 minus 8. So if we do it, then our radius of curvature is, it comes out to be 125 centimeters. Then next in this problem, now what we have done previously, we were dealing with the air film formed between bottom surface of lens and top surface of plate. Now what I am going to do here is, I am going to immerse convex lens and this plain glass plate arrangement into a liquid. I don't know what is the refractive index of the liquid, and from the pattern, from the Newton's rings pattern, which I'll get because of keeping whole apparatus in liquid, and again by taking the data of diameters of different rings, I need to calculate what is the refractive index of the liquid. So here in this case, again our setup, which is a convex lens placed on plain glass plate. So if we take this setup, now here, so what we have to do, so this convex lens and this plain glass plate, it is completely immersed in a liquid. We have immersed it in a liquid. Then this air film, it will be replaced by liquid film. Let us suppose that mu is the refractive index of the liquid film. Then what we will observe here is, suppose, first of all, let us suppose that we have air, we didn't keep it in liquid film, and here data is given that diameter of 12th ring changes from 1.45 centimeter to 1.25 centimeter when liquid is introduced between lens and glass plate. So here in this case, as you can see, this is the diameter of 12th dark ring when there is air film between lens and glass plate. Whereas this particular value is diameter of, again, same order ring, 12th order ring, when there is liquid film between lens and glass plate. So in this case, so in order to show difference between diameters of those two rings in different mediums, so what I am doing, this air film diameter, I am writing it as D12, which is 1.45 centimeter, and diameter of 12th ring, but when there is liquid film, I will take it as D dash. Okay, and what is it value? 1.25 centimeter. And here you will observe that there is a decrease in diameter of same order dark ring. Now, we know formula for diameter of nth dark ring when there is air film. And what you will observe here is, suppose if you are replacing your air film with liquid film, then modified diameter of nth dark ring, it is given as 4n lambda r divided by mu. So what is the difference? We are adding one extra term in the denominator, which is mu, and mu is refractive index of the liquid film. So here in this case, now if I divide these two expressions, one is diameter in liquid film, another one is diameter in air film, but we are considering same order dark ring. So if we do it, if I divide these two expressions, then mu, it comes out to be square of diameter of nth ring in air film divided by square of diameter of nth ring when there is liquid film. And we have values of these two. So if we substitute, then refractive index of that liquid film, it comes out to be 1.35. The next one, here in this case, again we were given diameter of 15th ring, which is 0.59 centimeter, and diameter of 5th ring is given, which is 0.336 centimeter. And also, of course, radius of curvature is given, and we need to find wavelength of light. So again, we are coming back to this formula, lambda, which is given as square of diameter of n plus m, or simply we can take it as mth ring or diameter of nth ring. So, and in the denominator, what we are going to have, because here we have 15th and 5th dark ring, in the denominator we'll have 15 minus 5. So, which is equal to 10th dark ring, and radius of curvature is 100 centimeter. If I convert into meters, it will become 1. And also have converted diameters of 15th and 5th ring also in meters. What is that conversion? 1 centimeter is 10 to the power of minus 2 meters. So if we do it and if we substitute, then we come out our lambda value to be 5880 angstroms. And here in the next problem, here we were given wavelength, which is 5900 angstroms, and diameter of 10th dark ring is also given, which is 0.5 centimeters. We need to find radius of curvature. So this is our simple formula, which comes from this formula of square of diameter of nth dark ring is 4n lambda r. So from this, r is ratio of square of diameter of nth ring divided by 4n lambda. We know diameter of 10th dark ring. So in place of n, we are going to substitute 10, and I have written lambda in terms of centimeters. I have written in terms of meters, and also have changed diameter to meters. Or if we keep our diameter in centimeter, then we can express our lambda in centimeters by putting 10 to the power of minus 8 centimeters. So if we simplify, then this radius of curvature in meters, it comes out to be 1.059. Now coming to last problem in Newton's rings experiment. Here, of course, 5th ring diameter is given, 15th ring is given. We need to find 25th ring. I think already we have done using this formula. First, using this formula, I calculated this value. And then from this, we have calculated diameter of 25th dark ring by taking again 25th and 15th ring. So with this, I'm going to end my session here. Thank you.
Like, share and subscribe. Hit the bell icon for more updates.